Welcome back again, guys, from Tampa Bay. Time to go out for a little midday cruise here on the Bobber. Been a little time since I've enjoyed this bike out here, and it is perfect weather for it. Love the sound of this guy. So the topic for today: what the heck is going on with YouTube? If you've been regularly watching YouTube, especially if you watch a whole bunch of the larger channels, you've no doubt been exposed to at least a hint that things aren't that great in YouTube land. And they really haven't been for the past month or two. And I have to say this is kind of par for the course. But I'm going to run you through some of the basics of what's going on. And this is based not only on my own observations of my channels, which are certainly on the small side compared to large guys out there, but also based on feedback I've gotten from my YouTube managers and recently unveiled details from some of the larger guys that are really just completely fed up with what's going on and are starting to say things publicly they wouldn't otherwise do. But when things start getting bad enough for them and it's really affecting their pocketbooks, there's no advantage to them not coming out and saying things. Pay attention there, dude. So the big thing, you might have seen people complaining that every time they post a video they lose subscribers. And I have to say, I thought I wasn't being affected, and I don't know exactly how much or how long I've been affected because I can only see so many details. But if I'm being affected, here's how it's working. I usually publish my videos at midnight. Not always, but usually, at least the last several months. It's just my schedule. And it wasn't until I looked in fine hour-by-hour detail that I could see a pattern. And it did take a little while to see the pattern, but it is there. What happens is, after a video goes live, and the reason it took a while to see the pattern is because, particularly on this channel, I don't upload daily. But when I can see that this is continually happening just on the days that I do put out a video, over weeks at a time, yep, it's there. What happens is, when it goes public, I'll upload the video ahead of time, and they're all scheduled. So they go public or go live, whatever you want to call it, at midnight. For the next few hours, so it's Eastern time when I put them up, for the next wee hours of the morning, I actually do lose subscribers. Now, I have a very relatively small channel, and in a 24-hour period, I'm only averaging 25 subscribers total new a day. But in those wee hours, I might go -3, -5, and it's always in that direct few hours after the video goes up. And then for the rest of the day, it goes positive. So that's why I wasn't seeing really what's going on, because I'm looking at my daily stats. And yeah, in 24 hours periods, I'm always positive. So I'm thinking I'm not affected. And some of the new information the large guys are putting out confirm the exact same thing. The only problem is they are on such a more massive scale. They're not losing 3 or 5 people when they put out a video. They're losing hundreds or thousands. And it gets worse because it doesn't seem to be connected at all with how many you have or how many videos you put out. It's just every time. So me only putting out a video 2 or 3 times a week, that's one thing, but when you put out a video every single day, or sometimes multiple times a day, that stacks the effect. So they're just getting hit like mad. I mean, they're losing every time these big guys put out a video, they lose more subscribers than I get in a month. And it's happening to them 30, 40 times a month. Now, of course, they're still overall going positive, but dude, seriously? Come on now. That's just being lazy. So, of course, these guys are really getting pissed. But now that I see I'm affected, I know it's not just them making it up or vying for attention. It's really something happening. And unfortunately, if it's happening to me, it's happening to everybody. I couldn't even tell you exactly why it's happening because I can't figure out who it would benefit. At first, my thought was, well, they're just getting rid of spam accounts, fake accounts, accounts that were deleted, accounts that haven't been logged into for months, or accounts that don't actually watch videos. Those are out there, and they have in the past come out and said, hey, we're cleaning this stuff up, we're doing some maintenance. Usually it's only one day though, so across YouTube everyone sees their stats dip a little bit as they clean everything out. It's not continuously, and it's not tied to any kind of upload. However, what's also being reported, and I'm just now starting to hear it from my subscribers on both my main channels, is that my subscribers are being unsubscribed automatically by YouTube without them doing anything. That's a cool ride. And having subscribers go dark is about the worst thing that can happen. Because these are people that specifically want to be watching your stuff. And not only don't get notifications anymore, but you don't show up in the subscriber feed to be able to watch the videos in the first place. If you're a subscriber and you get unsubscribed, you have no idea when somebody puts out a new video. You don't see it. So I'm getting feedback that people are noticing I put out a video because every time I do, I also post it to my websites, and I also tweet it, and I also put out a post on Facebook. And people are noticing, hey, I see you in Twitter, I see you in Facebook, or I got a subscription notice in email because I subscribed to the website, but I didn't get anything through YouTube. Lo and behold, I'm unsubscribed to you now. And they're not doing it. And that is really pissing us off. There is nobody happy about that. That's complete bullshit. I don't know why it's happening. Nobody knows why it's happening because YouTube has not said squat. Even to the biggest YouTube channels in existence, they are not saying anything. They're not helping them. Even PewDiePie came out with 50 million subscribers, and the shit is happening to him, and they're still not telling him what's going on. So a lot of people are getting screwed, and we're just not happy. I can't overstate how demoralizing it is when you're a channel that is trying to make a living, and I don't mean get rich. I just mean work hard, put out quality content, and how much success you have is directly tied to how much work you do. That to me is making a living. Doing what you love. And you know what? If you don't do well, it's because of you. Well, in this case, when you don't do well, it has nothing to do with you, and that sucks. It is absolutely demoralizing, and it makes people not want to put out videos. Think about it. Every time you put up a video, you get hit. You get penalized. Why would you want to put up a video? Now, obviously, that's not the correct solution, but that's the mindset that they kind of make you contemplate, and it's depressing, to be honest. So that's what a lot of us are going through the last couple months. Me more recently than others because, like I said, I didn't realize it. But now it really sucks because I know it's been going on a while and I just didn't realize it. Now I know exactly what to look for, though, in stats and what to keep a closer eye on. Doesn't make anything better, but I'd rather be informed and have the knowledge than to have my head in the sand and just think everything's rosy. Now here's the other thing. They've changed their algorithm again. And this is bad this time because they've gone back to what they've done before and didn't work. In my opinion, up until a few weeks ago, it was the best it has ever been, and I couldn't think of a better way to do it. The algorithm for YouTube is what determines the overall success of a channel, really. It controls the internal promotion. It means how much of your videos they are going to put on other channels' suggested and recommended lists. When somebody's watching a video, what's along the side of the video when you're watching, what shows up in that list is determined by YouTube's algorithm. And up until very recently, it was very simple. It was 100% about watch time, meaning how many minutes were your overall channel videos being watched. That's it. And that is the absolute perfect equation, in my opinion, to how popular a channel is, to how healthy it is, to how engaging it is, and to use their now being phrased term, how influential it is. If you have a channel that has 1 million minutes a month being watched versus a channel with 100,000 minutes being watched a month, excuse me, that 1 million minute a month channel is 10 times as popular, is 10 times as influential. Well, not anymore. That's not how it is working now. They've gone back to the way it used to be years ago, and now what counts most is how many comments you get and how many thumbs up you get. They're going back to what's called engagement, which is stupid, ridiculous, meaningless, pointless. Now what you see is people doing this. Hey guys, do me a big favor and smash that like button. We need 200,000 likes on this video. Comment, let me know. Leave a comment about saying hi. And that's all the video's about, because the more you do that, the more that channel gets promoted. It doesn't matter what's in the video. I could have a 30-second video of that and everybody just giving a thumbs up and commenting first, and you know what? That channel just gets boosted. Just like that. That's all it takes. It's freaking ridiculous. More absolutely demoralizing and unfair treatment to any content creator out there that actually produces good content and isn't worried about just gaming the system. That's all it comes down to now. So now the channels that are actually putting out, whether it be daily or weekly or monthly, really awesome videos, well, if they're not whoring themselves out just to get comments and likes, they are losing out to the bullshit that is. That's all there is to it. So you can imagine that most people who are actually producing cool content aren't happy about that whatsoever. Now, who does that benefit? Couldn't tell you. A very small subset of normal producers, I'll tell you that. Now here's the other thing. Why is all of this going on? The other huge thing that's going on with YouTube is, for the last several months, they have been shifting their entire corporate focus to go after the large corporate advertisers. I'm talking about the exact same companies that are advertising on network television. YouTube is no longer interested in going after the small mom and pop businesses, even the locals, even so much the regionals, used to see their core advertisers. Might be a local car dealer or a local lawyer office, little guys. No, they don't want that anymore. They want Ford, they want Chevy, they want McDonald's. They want the exact same people you see on television, because that's where the real ad money is. Now, I can't 100% blame them for wanting to make money. However, it's not a win-win situation, because whatever they're doing to go along with that is hurting the people that, number one, make them make money, us content creators, and number two, it hurts us directly. This is also why they've gone to their huge advertiser-friendly rules, why they are now demonetizing channels that swear a lot or have any kind of controversial subject matter, whether that be the text of a video title or spoken word in the video or even the subject of the video. There have been videos demonetized, which means they turn off the person from making any money on the video, period. Even if they just talk about the news, if it's violent, if somebody talks about a murder or something like that, they are actively demonetizing those videos, meaning they don't want you to do that, because no major advertiser is going to put their ad on a video like that. Therefore, they don't even want them to see those videos. And that's how the system works. Google, aka YouTube, works as a middleman. It's an auction system. So if you have, say, my videos, and say there's 100 other video channels out there, then YouTube's in the middle. On the other side are 100 different advertisers, Ford, Chevy, McDonald's, whatever. And the advertisers go to Google, go to YouTube, and they say, okay, we want to spend between this and this per video. Here are the keywords that we're interested in. What channels do you have producing content using these keywords? YouTube shows them a list, and they can automatically say, I don't want to be on this kind of channel. I don't want to be on this specific channel. They can watch specific videos and say, I don't want to be on this channel because of this video. So YouTube is really grooming the entire system to make these huge advertisers happy. So that's the crux of it. Now, how all of this new stuff falls into this, I have no idea. I have no concept of how unsubscribing people from channels helps anybody. I don't see an upside. If you guys do, please let me know. There's obviously something I'm missing. There's something every large channel is missing, because so far nobody has any insight other than this is what's going on. But I want to know why. I want to know why, just for my own satisfaction and so that I can adapt. It's not like I'm going to buck the system and say, I'm going to keep doing exactly what I'm doing and have everything go down the tubes. Not going to happen. So we have to have information to be successful. That's the entire point. I'm also out today to do another test, because they have recently also changed some technical specifications with YouTube, specifically about the bandwidth limitations for the videos. What that means is, this is, well, depends on how I upload it, but this is probably going to be a 1080p video. It might be a 4K. At 1080p, if you're watching a video, you get a certain amount of bandwidth. The problem with this is, I'm doing a motovlog video, which means fast motion, which means the fine little details, like on the road, the little bits. If I hold still right here, look at all the detail on the road. Compared to when I'm moving down the road. It gets real pixelated, a little blurry, you'll lose the detail. That's because YouTube has a relatively small amount of bandwidth for the video. It doesn't have the flow of information to get all that fine detail during motion. However, at 4K, If you upload a 4K video, that bandwidth limit goes up significantly. Now what I'm curious about is if that would affect the lower resolution. So if I take this video, upload it at 4K, get that larger bandwidth, I know it would be there at 4K, but that would kind of be a wash because you have extra resolution and the extra bandwidth. That doesn't really give you the better detail. But how's that going to affect the 1080? If you then watch the 1080 version of that 4K, does it still limit you to the bandwidth that it was at, or does it allow the higher bandwidth just at a lower resolution? Because that would give better detail. So this will be my test. I'm either going to upload this at 4K and just see how it looks, or I'll do a little private test, just a little clip, see if it ticks either way. It's a real quick test. It's either going to look better or it's going to look the same. If it looks the same, there's absolutely no point in doing it. The whole point is to get better quality. If you watch this video on a local computer versus YouTube, it is astoundingly better. Unless you make these videos yourself, you have no idea what you're missing watching everybody on YouTube, because the detail isn't there. You don't know it because you've never seen it. But to all of us that actually record, take the SD card out of the camera and put it in our computer and then watch it, we know the difference. We know it's huge. Huge. So that's it. That's my info and state of the union for YouTube. I know most of you might not care about it. Some of you might. At least everybody else that makes videos is definitely going to. It was a nice ride anyway. That's it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Smash that like button. I need 200,000 likes. Woo! Comment. See you next time.